used to get the run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Everybody eating, it's a party one kind of time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out.
They indeed love their football here in upstate New York as you get a look inside Rocket Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Cleveland Browns and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Play action now, Prescott. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, you spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that 1st down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little bumping. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And the Bills at 8-1 on the year, and they come in off a loss which snapped that impressive 8-game winning streak.
Well, you'll never be able to get a team to admit that a loss is a good thing. It's never in any team's DNA. But sometimes it relieves a little bit of the pressure, and now they can start fresh.
And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Allen going to throw. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And some room to roam now. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And no thought of a return here for Hines. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group, and sometimes that loss get us off your back, and you can move forward from there.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, this defense for the Browns, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. Oh, good return up past the 30. Past midfield. The 30. 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Cleveland.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields it in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
Well, he fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it. And you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone. And that's exactly why he did.
Come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, still a long way to go in the season, we know that, but as it stands, these are your top 2 seeds in the AFC, so I ask you, is this a potential AFC championship preview?
Brandon, I need you to get me a fence and a saddle because I'm about to ride that bad boy because I think there's so many good teams in the AFC. Maybe we can look at like 3 games a weekend and say, this could be an AFC championship preview.
They'll roll him out right. This is brought in by the tight end, Tommy Sweeney. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he is going to have a Bills first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 85 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. Running off tackle with Cook. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Under a minute to go. Clock running in a back-and-forth first quarter of play. Here's Cook again. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And remember, he put one on the ground last week, so the rookie now back-to-back weeks with a fumble lost.
And zero excuses, but altogether not surprising. Rookie running backs have to adjust to the speed of the NFL, and it's not just in their running. It's the speed of defenders getting to them, how hard and aggressive they are in tackling, them raking at the football. So many things they didn't deal with in college, and that's one of the big adjustments that they have to make. Again, not a surprise, but he's got to figure it out.
On the counter, here's Kamara. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Second down at 4. Now Prescott. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Now Prescott. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez to punt this thing away. Back deep, Nyheim Hines. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you talk about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about...
He's got him in, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser. Operating from the red zone now. Allen, he'll find Diggs once more on the completion. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Cook, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Myles Garrett showing that athleticism as he gets in to make the play.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
They try again with Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. And the Browns are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. following the interception. Here's Prescott. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds.
That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott under pressure. They got him again. Von Miller in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt.
And this returnable for Hines.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return.
And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there's things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Allen going to go on 4th down. Looking for his man on the out route, and he's got Diggs.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Allen off the play fake. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Bills have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first-down gains.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Prescott to throw it.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Second down and 8.
Throwing, Prescott.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
And again, it's Prescott.
Locates Kamara on the out route.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Prescott. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
York able to send this one through.
And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
118 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now as they're down to the 29-yard line. Play action. Now it's Allen. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 19. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. On play action, Allen. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves him all the way down to the 1.
That's a good effort there after the catch. He looked the ball in and then tried to get it to the goal line. What a nice tackle to get him down. But they're set up well now. 1st and goal at the...
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Josh Allen scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Bills are back within a score. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Browns drive about to get started. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Another catch there for Waddle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. This is the tight end, Njoku.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Cade York on now for the field goal.
He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away.
York able to send this one through. So that, Charles, a season long, and since he's a rookie, I guess we can go ahead and call that a career long as well.
I love how you put that together because, as everyone at home was saying, okay, has to be career, right, since he's a rookie. Well done by you, but I definitely like what I've seen from him so far this year. Very distinguished college career. He's looking right at home here in the NFL.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Third down, here's a run by Cook.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line.
Allen will look to throw for it on fourth. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was fourth down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, the better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
But it's caught. Tompkins. And he is going to lose yardage here.
A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Prescott on play action. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock. Really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. To the air, Allen going deep downfield for Ross. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Tap forward by Allen on the jet sweep. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
A.J. Epinesa rushing in there and hitting him for a loss. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, 46.
Here's Prescott. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Hines now on the return. And he's out right at the 25. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Allen and Knox teaming up there for Buffalo first down. They run the counter with Cook. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On second down, Cook. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Allen from the gun on third down. That's taken in by Knox. And he is going to have a Bills first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Up the middle, it's Cook. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Left side, Cook. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Allen. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
And bringing it in, it's Davis. Down inside the 10. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they take a knee. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. They'll run for it with Cook. And he's in for the touchdown, and barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right, just one more element to complete the victory. A fair
very important extra point there, up and good. And that might be enough to win the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
One last shot now for Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, it took us until the final play chart to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for the Bills, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And now they'll get the short week as they get set to play at Detroit on Thanksgiving. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7.
Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know